In news that will shock absolutely no one, they're doing weird stuff with Necromunda again. Now don't get me wrong, they've done plenty of weird stuff with Necromunda. They've made some really weird Necromunda models over the years. We've got the floating Psyhound guy who looks like a potato made of flesh with little robot arms sticking out of him. We've had all sorts of mad stuff for that game, but for some reason this one is really hitting the weird levels for me, just because of the sheer diversity of what the hell these characters are. We have a creepy Relic seller who looks like inspired straight out of some sort of Dark Souls game. Right, I look at that and all I can imagine is that guy posted up against a wall, usually outside some sort of church, to something that's been either killed or forgotten or cursed or something, with about 18 lines of dialogue that all consist of just just that over and over again, as FromSoft are wont to do in literally every game they ever make, and I like it. I like it, but it's quite the contrast to the incredibly happy woman right there who is apparently selling a gigantic heavy bolter. I don't even know what that would be off. It's clearly lacking any sort of handle or grip or anything like that, so is that just ripped off a vehicle? Either way, she seems pretty happy about having it. Like, that is an encouraging smile. This is a warm character. She wants you to live your best life. She wants you to take the largest weapon that she has to offer and shoot someone in the face with it, and I respect that. But she, as someone who I would class as looking relatively normal, especially given the old Relic peddler over there, has no business being in the same pack as whatever the hell is going on with that dude down the bottom. Firstly, what hair product are you using to achieve that look? And I'm assuming it's probably permanent. Secondly, have you considered maybe getting a smaller collar? And thirdly, why would you wear boots made of the same animal skin as the animal that you seem to be holding for sale? Does he actually not sell animals and he actually sells animal pelts and skins from which to make clothes? Because if you're showing off the live version of the thing you're about to kill to make a coat out of, I think that borders on extreme cruelty to animals, frankly. PETA are going to be all over this dude. Anyway, let's take a closer look. So, Dark Souls NPC character. I quite like this. It's very grim. It is actually quite macabre, especially since, by the look of things, I mean, I'm just extrapolating on information that we have based on the model here, right? So, this guy sells relics and stuff. I don't know how many relics or, like bits of imperial saint or notable figure or local legend someone in a high city could reasonably come across. So my own personal theory is that the bone he's holding there is actually from his other leg. I don't think he has the supply to meet demand, so he makes his own supply, as a true entrepreneur would surely do. And I'm pretty sure I just mispronounced that word, but I'm not going to go back and correct it, you can just deal with it. Also, does he even have another arm? Because I can't see another hand there, right? There's no hand. So, is that stick that he's leaning on just hammered into his shoulder, and he's got no leg and no arm? Is that where he's getting his supply from? Because that is some dedication to the cause that, frankly, I would not be up for myself. Those, like, cherubim servitors are always creepy and horrible, so it's always nice to see those show up. I don't like them, but at the same time I do like them because of how grim and horrific they are. I do like the wings on this one as well. I like the mechanical edge to the wings there. That's pretty cool. Fun fact, the thing that's in that box is in fact the little buzzsaw he uses to cut off his own limbs. So now you know. The gunsmith just looks altogether pretty cheerful, pretty happy. Like, the expression is fairly positive. I do like the gigantic heavy bolter. That's fun. And I don't know why you would take the small pistol if you've got the option of the, I assume, previously vehicle mounted. I mean, judging by the size of it compared to her, genuinely kind of weapon of mass destruction right there. I'm not a massive fan of the old orange and red combination there. I don't know if those colours look brilliant next to each other, and there is a style choice going on with those trousers. Like, those have got some wide legs. They remind me of those, like, massive, horrendous jeans that everyone wore in the 90s. And not in a good way, to be honest. I think what's really letting her down in, like, the context of this trio is that she is really quite normal. Like, she looks pretty normal. She's not creepy. She's not overtly weird. She isn't trying to sell you any bones. She hasn't got, like, animal skin things on whilst also selling animals. Like, she looks surprisingly well adjusted, which is quite the thing to behold compared to the lad with the relics and the beast wrangler, because they both look unusual, I think is probably the best way to put it. I mean, seriously, look at the Relicmonger, look at him. Consider the fact that he seems to be missing 2 limbs and is still selling bones. and, you know, come to your own conclusions, and then look at her. She is extremely normal. Then again, I guess if everyone's weird, then no one's weird, and so you need that kind of base level of normality to compare them to. Finally, we got the Beast Wrangler. It's the most flamboyant outfit out of all of them, funnily enough. I still don't know what that coat's made of. Is it made of, like, extremely harshly conditioned sheep's wool? Is it made of... What are those, like, sugary sticks of dough that you dip into chocolate sauce? What are those called? It looks like those. That's what it looks like. I dread to think how powerful those tentacles are, that they're able to lift up the corner of a, I presume, iron or steel box. Like, that's pretty impressive. I don't think you standing on that is going to do all that much if it can bend metal like that, because as soon as it wraps around your ankle, you're going to have no ankle. That's what's going to happen there, unless, of course, the hide on his boots is exceptionally tough. Then again, it should be. It's come off like a baby sump croc or something there, so maybe he's fine. I'm assuming the tube around the throat is because one of his animals at some point ripped his own throat out. I'm assuming the implant over his ear is because something chewed his ear off. I'm also assuming that he lost that hand because, you know, one of them is a bionic hand, so clearly he's had a replacement there. And I'm making all of those assumptions because, you know, he has a bionic eye and a bunch of scarring over the top of it, where you don't really need to use your imagination to work out what happened there. I reckon there's a level of cockiness displayed through this outfit that he's maybe not entitled to, since a good portion of that side of his body apparently has been clawed or chewed off. Still, you can't knock the confidence. He's clearly got that. You need to have confidence to pull off a collar like that. Absolutely horrendous. Still, his little gribbly creatures are cute, and that's the most important thing, isn't it? You can see a few more close-ups there of the Relic from the Relicmonger and the little baby Sumcroc. And you know what? Especially in that those little divided panels. She's so normal. She's so normal. It's unreal how normal she is. So there you go, the latest trio to be added to the stable of weird that is the Necromunda model range. We've got the Relicmonger, we've got the Gunsmith, we've got the Beast Wrangler, and I like all of them, but I have to say the Relicmonger is the one that I'm most drawn to because, as I say, he looks very FromSoft, and I like that a lot. And I just hope that the Gunsmith has a nice day. Question is, what do you think of these three? Let me know in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like, don't click if you don't want to. As always, there's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you like. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.